Definitely quick life update before we get into all of this right here. Hopefully we see you guys in Lima, Ohio, right? Wawa's opening up their third travel center, and we're going to be giving away some really cool hats. Let me show you one right here. For the ones that do know, I'm co-owner of Big Rig Tees, right? So we were officially the company that made the Wawa trucker hat. How cool is that, right? And so we're going to be giving these hats away if you get a chance, opportunity to be there. So 8 a.m. in the morning, March 19th, I'll be there. Address 1319 Breeze Road, West Lima, Ohio, 45806, right? So if you're going into Lima, Ohio, March 19th, I will be there. Doors open, 8 a.m. Love to see you. Grab you guys some hats. That'd be awesome. Let's get into today's video. What's going on, mother truckers? So this question of the day actually comes from Secretary of Transportation, Sean Duffy himself. He was out giving a speech, and here's the thing he's asking. He's saying that the federal government doesn't have the answers. Well, we knew that, right? But they believe that somebody out there does. Mother truckers, comment down below. What's the one innovation that we need, regardless of regulation or technology or whatever that is, ideology that we need so that we can get this trucking back in order?
We're looking for innovation, right? How do we innovate around transportation? And I think there's a lot of work we could do that if we can innovate, we can build more. And so the best ideas don't come from Washington bureaucrats, and they're wonderful people and they work really hard at their jobs and they're passionate about it, but it does come from all you. And we want a flow of information of like, hey, you're doing this, but you could do it so much better if you just did it a little bit differently. That's the feedback that I want. Or you're doing this and this doesn't make sense, you should go in this direction. So that's the feedback I need and want from the community.
So let's go in right away to the public announcement that the FMCSA has for all the owner-operators out there in America, right? They're stating there's over like 900,000 plus, but let's see what they have here. FMCSA is telling truck drivers and trucking companies across the country, do not buy, do not sell, do not rent or lease your DOT number, USDOT number, or an MC number. Now, if they could catch you doing it, they say they will immediately inactivate the DOT number and revoke the authority, right? So, I see on Facebook all the time, there's groups on it buying each other's USDOT numbers or what have you. Yes, they will revoke your company's authority right away. So basically that would mean that your company that you just bought would be shut down, right? So what is the FMCSA seeing right now that's making them say this, right? And so according to the agency, there has been a growing problem where people online are trying to sell trucking authorities. Yes, look on Facebook Market. You basically see there, you might see ads saying 2-year-old MC authority for sale, clean DOT number, ready to haul, skip the new entrant program. Some new carriers buy these because they think it helps them avoid the startup process it takes for the insurance issues that they might have as a new carrier. But FMCSA says that is illegal, and unless you are actually buying the entire company, you will be shut down if they catch you doing it, right? So here's the rule that drivers need to know. A USDOT number belongs to the legal owner forever, right? FMCSA states basically a driver's license number for your trucking company. So you cannot sell it, transfer it, rent it, or lease it. Okay. If they find out someone else is using the number, they say they will deactivate it immediately, right? So no shady dispatching. You know what I'm talking about. So when is it legal? Let's talk about that. So time a DOT number can stay active after a sale is if the entire company itself is sold. Let me give you an example of that. If someone sells ABC Trucking LLC, the company still exists, so the DOT number stays with that company. But if someone just sells the DOT number or MC number by itself, FMCSA says that is not allowed. So let me give you the big reason why FMCSA is cracking down on this. So the first thing is freight fraud, right? So these scammers, they try to look legit to brokers, so they buy USDOT numbers, right? Second is for safety violations, right? If you're just getting into accidents, getting tickets, you're in trouble with the USDOT number you have, so you're looking for a new one, right? And third is authority rental schemes. So where drivers run under someone else's DOT number for a weekly fee. We see that all the time, right? So FMCSA says they're watching this closely and will start revoking registrations if they find it happening. All right, so let me give you some of this here today. Now, I do want to give a disclaimer here and give you guys some information. You know, a lot of people have been reporting brokers every day stating that they're not getting paid. I'm not saying I don't believe you, but if you do not submit in the rate con, then I'm going to have to say unverified. So, you know, this carrier right here states that, yeah, TKX Logic Inc., right? USDOT number 4401775 says amount owed 15,400. Days past due, they stated 240. Says broker promised us to pay 15,400 for load. We did this for the broker, but after paying and doing the wire, he recalled the wire. We have all the paperwork explaining the same, the emails, you know, and etc. So, you know, I'm not saying this is not true, but this is unverified, right? Second one. You know, GT Worldwide Logistics. Now, 3,400 says the amount is owed and past due a lot of days. No response to payment inquiry. I have left voicemails, sent emails, and no response. I filed a claim against the surety bond he listed on the FMCSA, and they have not responded against the claim. So, GT Worldwide Logistics, you know, again, I'm just putting it out there. You could put that as a warning for you guys just to triple check if you're trying to work with GT Worldwide Logistics. But again, unverified. Right. So, mud truckers, you know, we got a lot of verified, a lot of people submitting rate cons. Again, everything is anonymous here. But if you don't put it in, then I could talk about it for you guys. But again, it's just talking about it like it's an opinion because I don't see a rate con. I got to do the right thing. So, mother truckers, thank you so much for using checkmyload.com. Got so many cool functions on here. You know, if you need to check for parking or check for cheap fuel, or, you know, a broker's not paying you, or you want to review a shipper or receiver, that's awesome. You could do it here at checkmyload.com. So thank you guys so much.
Mother trucker news. News. Mother trucker news. News. Mother trucker news. Trucker news. We got them heavy haulers, reefer vans, hoppers, and them fat step backs, double drops, RGNs, takers, containers, dumps, and bulk bags. I don't carry using passenger transporters. We got them low boys, pops, and straight trucks, even driving. You heard me, mother trucker news.